Hola, this is Alex. Welcome to my vlog. Today I want to talk to you about the oldest restaurant in the whole wide world, which can be found right here in Madrid. It's called Restaurante Botín, Casa Botín, Sobrino de Botín, or El Botín. As long as the word Botín is in there, people will know what you're talking about. Some of my friends who come to Madrid want to go to the restaurant and they ask me if it's worth the visit. Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, and you can decide for yourself whether it's worth it or not. Restaurante Botin has been around since 1725, so they've been in existence for nearly 300 years. They even have a certificate from the Guinness Book of World Records to prove that they are indeed the world record holder for this. And as you know, if it's not in the Guinness Book, then it's not a world record. This certificate means that they are the longest continuously running restaurant. That means they've never closed since they opened, they're still in the same building, and they still have the same interior. There are in fact older restaurants in other countries, but they closed down maybe for a while to renovate or maybe to change location, but Botin never has, and this is why they have the certificate. One interesting thing about the restaurant is that their oven has been continuously burning since they opened, so that means the oven has been working non-stop for almost 300 years. I guess that also means they haven't entirely cleaned the oven for that amount of time either. The reason they keep the oven burning is so that it's warm and ready to prepare their roast meat dishes for the next day. Many famous writers have been in the restaurant, and they've even mentioned El Botin in their books. These writers include Ernest Hemingway, Frederick Forsyth, James Michener, and Graham Greene. Another claim to fame is that the Spanish artist Goya once worked there as a dishwasher when he was just a teenager, of course, way before he became a famous artist. So let's get to the food. The specialties of the restaurant are roast lamb and roast suckling pig, also known as cochinillo, or sometimes we call it lechon de leche in the Philippines. One thing I only found out recently is that the word lechon actually means suckling or baby pig because it's from the word leche. So I guess the term we use, which is lechon de leche, is kind of redundant. So the word lechon, as we use it in the Philippines, could be seen as kind of a misnomer. But since I'm Filipino, then when you say the word lechon, I will always think of those adult pigs that are cooked on bamboo sticks that you can buy in Quezon City, in La Loma specifically, and of course also in Cebu. Now, back to the world's oldest restaurant. Now, I only go to that restaurant when there are friends visiting because it really is a very popular tourist destination. The first time I went there was with my friend and former colleague Connie, who was here a few years ago with her husband Chris. And if I'm not mistaken, they shared an order of cochinillo and also an order of lamb. Because I don't eat meat, I remember that I ordered hake or merluza, which is a kind of fish that I'd never heard of before coming to Spain. Another time I went there with my brother Jerry, who came to visit me for my birthday, and I ordered the gambas with garlic then. And yet another time I tried their rice with squid, which is not a very photogenic type of food. I've also tried some of their vegetable dishes. I most recently went there with my friend Vicky, who was visiting from Chicago, although she's very shy and didn't want to come out on camera. She had the cochinillo and I had the sole this time, and we shared a pitcher of sangria between us. Among all the seafood dishes I've tried in this restaurant, this is what I liked the most, the sole. It was very tender and very tasty as well. Touristy places like this are usually overpriced, and this restaurant was of course a little pricier than others. The roast lamb and the roast suckling pig both cost around 25 euros, which is a bit expensive but not as bad as I expected. Of course, this is not cheap by any means. The people I've been with to eat in this restaurant have all said that the cochinillo and the lamb are both very good, and the servings are quite generous, so they say it's worth the price. As a pescetarian, I haven't tried either of those, but I can tell you that their pescetarian dishes are a bit more overpriced than their specialty dishes. You can find other versions of like gambas or black rice with squid in other restaurants for much cheaper. In terms of taste, I would definitely recommend the sole for the pescatarians who want to try this restaurant, but it actually is more expensive than either the lamb or the cochinillo. The ambiance of the place is great. The brick walls and the narrow maze-like corridors really make you feel like you're in an ancient place that's seen a lot of history. Also, the servers are quite attentive. So for meat lovers, it seems like this place is definitely worth a visit. However, for pescatarians, maybe aside from the historical value of the place, there's not much attraction for us and for vegetarians for that matter. If you've gone to Restaurante Botin, please tell me what you thought of the food and the restaurant itself in the comments section below. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Until the next vlog. Ciao, chicos!